Hi everyone, welcome to this week's garden update. Now before we get into the video today, I just wanted to acknowledge that it's a very special week here, and that is because it marks the 4-year anniversary of when I first started to share my gardening journey with you all here on YouTube. And can I just say a huge thank you to each and every one of you for all of your support over the years. And you know what, I am so excited to share more of my cottage garden this year and for years to come. Okay, today in the garden there's a few things going on. I'm going to share with you some of the new dahlias which are in flower. They're new to me this year, last year, from this growing season. Also I will share a really neat seed storage idea, because I know a lot of you up in the northern hemisphere are just starting to think about your spring garden. You're probably rummaging through your seeds, and this is a really great idea from somebody who I'll share later on that I think you will all like. You may have already seen it. I want to show you a really whimsical looking seed pod head. Oh, it's my second year trying to grow this plant, and I've had way more success this year than the previous one. I just managed to capture something on camera, a little bit unexpected but fantastic. I think you're going to enjoy it. So you remember last week how I said to you guys that I leave the apples on the top of our fruit trees exposed, and the ones lower down I cover up with fruit protector bags so the apple trees on top can be for the wildlife. Well, guess what? A flock of Rosellas just came into the garden. They were munching away on those apples. They are adorable. They're actually back over at the tree again. Unfortunately, when I was recording them, I went a little bit too close and they got a bit of a fright, but they've come back. So I'm just going to keep my distance. But here we go. This is the little snippet I managed to record. We sure do have some stunning looking native birds here in Australia. I'm just quickly going to head inside and grab my garden journal because I want to show you what new dahlias are in bloom this week. Here are some of my dahlia notes containing some very rough sketches of the garden beds which have some new dahlia varieties that I'm growing this year. That's just dried out mud, if anyone's wondering, from when I touched it with my grubby garden hands. I'm going to start off with this one, which was a very difficult tuber to get my hands on. It's called Salmon Joy, a miniature decorative, and as the name suggests, it's a lovely salmon colour with a hint of yellow on the tips of the petals. Here's the first flower forming on this dahlia called Little Peaches. It's a pom-pom dahlia. Growing opposite that one is another pom-pom variety. This is called Florelli Haley. And just holding this variety beside the Salmon Joy, you can really see the difference in size there. That's what I love about dahlias. They come in so many different shapes, sizes and colours. Like, check out how different this one looks compared to those other two. This one has been really badly damaged by pests, but that's all right. I will bag up the others. I just wanted to show you. I'm so sorry about that. I thought I just touched something like a slimy slug or snail, but it turns out it wasn't either of them. It was just some really old slimy petals. This variety is called Cornflake, a bicolour variety. Orange petals finishing off at the top with some white. Here's a dahlia that I wasn't quite sure whether I'd like, and you know what, I absolutely love it. It's a cactus variety called Carlisle Gold. One of the distinctive features of a cactus dahlia is how their petals form. So you can see they kind of curl up and they either curve inwards or outwards. Over here is another pom-pom dahlia called Pride of Place. Such a petite bloom, a rich burgundy colour. Here it is up beside the other two pom-pom varieties, the Little Peaches and the Florelli Haley. Can you imagine a bouquet with these three Dahlia varieties in it? I can imagine. I'm going to do it. I'll do it in a few weeks. I think it's going to take a little while for these plants to really start producing blooms. But when it does, I'll show you the arrangement I create. I was going to show you these last week, but I just ran out of time. So today, let's take a look at some really neat looking seed pods belonging to a plant called Scabiosa stellata. There you go. I think I pronounced that right. Its common name is drumstick pincushion. This is what the flowers look like. Here you can see one that's a little bit further along. So there's the beginnings there of the seed pod in the center. And here is the final transformation. A cluster of seeds on one stem. I just harvested a bunch of them. Really pleased with them, much better than last year's plants, which didn't do too well. I only got maybe one or two seed heads. Now I've got quite an abundance of them. Something I need to work on next year is trying to achieve longer stem length, because these would most certainly not fit in any of the arrangements that I sell each week. However, there has been an improvement and I will get better at growing them next year. I received a very thoughtful gift this Christmas. It is a seed storage case. Now, before I show it to you, I did want to acknowledge that a lady by the name of Deanna, I'll put her Instagram handle up here. She is the one who first shared it with everyone on social media, as far as I'm aware, and it's just such a clever idea. Let's take a look at it now. Here it is. This is what I'm going to be using to organise my seeds. It's been sold as a photograph organiser, but you know what? It's absolutely perfect to use as a seed storage case. This one was purchased online, but I have seen it for sale in Kmart. I have been thinking about purchasing a second one, so maybe I'll have one case for my vegetables and fruit and the other for my cut flowers. So as you can see, it has numerous little mini cases, which are a great size to fit in your seed packs or save seeds. You can easily just write the name on top so you can sort out into different categories. Hopefully this will keep my seeds organized this year, because you should see the state of them at the moment. They're all over the place. Here are the flowers in bouquets that I'm selling at Tarmore Garden Centre this week. I actually just got back from dropping them off, and I have a bit of good news to share with you. All the bunches from last week sold out, so that actually makes it 3 weeks in a row that I've sold all my flowers. Well, that is about it for this week, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, the wind has calmed down for a second. What's going on? Because it's just been constantly crazy all day. Oh, here we go again. Anyway, take care. I'll see you again next Friday.